Alright class, just another video with these interactive truth tables. So I showed one of the the 7D level 1 exercises, how to do that. I'm now going to show how to do one of the level 2 exercises, the one that you're actually graded on. So if I click on 7D level 2 5, let's try this one. And I go to take it. Take me out here. Okay, it's going to load up. And I've got this in student view now, so the student view is the one, and this is all the view that you all see. I only get one shot at this. If I fill something out incorrectly and click submit, if I click on the wrong main operator and click submit, it's going to tell me I did it wrong, and then give me an option down here to see the correct version, but then I'm done. I can't retake it, and I can't fiddle with it anymore, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it's set up right now, and I don't have the ability to change that. So I'm going to do this one real quick. This argument, I already can tell the main operators is biconditional, and it's really this AND claim and this OR claim that are the two parts of the biconditional. So what I'm going to do first is the AND claim. This is true because I'm looking at these two things. True, false, 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 false. So this was true in only two cases here, when both P and Q were true. Okay, false in every other case. Done with that part. I'm now going to go over here and look at this. Click these off. This is true because it's an OR claim when at least one of them is true. So true, 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 false that time, true, true, false. Okay, so that one's filled out now. It's true in most cases and false in only these two where they're both false. And now what I'm doing is comparing this to figure out my biconditional, because these are really the two parts now that I have to work with for the biconditional. So in this case it's true because the biconditional is true when both of the parts are the same, either both true or both false. So true, false, 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 true, false, true. Okay, so that looks right to me. It's going to be true in the cases where they have the same truth value and false in the others. So now what I need to do is make sure that I only click on the main operator. If I clicked on the other ones and clicked submit, it would have told me I was wrong, and then I just see the correct version. And now I'm going to click submit. Tell me I'm correct. Okay, good. And so now I would see that you've done it, and then you've done it with all of them correct. So that's an example of how to do these things. And every truth table is basically the same idea. You're going to go through, it's going to give you the values, and you're just going to fill it out. So here's another quick one. Here we only have one letter. It's just this funky argument where only the one letter, if K, then either K or not K. So what I'm going to do is do the K or not K part first, then to figure out the if-then claim. So K or not K is going to be determined by, we need to do the negation first. So not K, I'm just going to flip the values. Okay, that's what the negation does. And when it's inside, it flips the values. When it's outside, it flips the whole thing. But when it's just attached to a letter, it's just going to flip that value. So now I have true, false, which is true, true. So this is true in both cases, right? It's true. And now I'm going to compare this to figure out my overall conditional. So this is true, this is true. This is actually called a tautology. It's always going to be true. So if K is true, then it's either that K or not K. Which is kind of funny because you think if it's true, then it's got to be true rather than true or false. But this is the way it works out. You can see that by the truth table. A conditional is still true even when the first part is false. So I'm going to click submit. Oh, it's going to tell me incorrect here because I didn't collect the main operator just like I told you not to do. So if I had clicked on this instead and click submit, then it told me I'm correct, because here we're going to see this. Right, I've got all the letters right, and this is right. I just didn't click on the main operator correctly, and so it told me I'm incorrect. But you can see here that this is the correct form of the argument. All right, hopefully that was useful for figuring this thing out. Note that for each of the exercises, it's going to be the same deal for 7D. Later on, we're also going to do a validity assessment, but for right now, you're just filling out the truth table and then clicking on the main operator. All right, so I'm going to close this.